For today's collection of memories, we start by joining my grandmother in the kitchen, where a morning tea brews. Tea is quintessential to the South Asian mind, and I find best enjoyed with a good view. With the tea down, I said my goodbyes and began the journey to Abbottabad. This trip involved moving southeast from Darband and Darbela Lake, winding through stunning hills and contrasting elevation changes. Many kilometers and kebabs later, we were greeted by the hustle and bustle of the city, but due to me being crammed in the vehicle, I couldn't really capture the essence of Abbottabad. Eventually, we arrived at the Ayub medical complex, which is where I would stay for my time in Abbottabad. It's also here where I met with relatives that I had not seen for many years. It's a quiet place, a stark contrast to the musical chaos that plays outside. And when exploring the area, I stumbled upon this cluster of cuteness. Now, as much as I would have loved to stay with the cats, I decided to explore the hospital itself with some people that were familiar with the staff and place. The sports grounds were full of people. This, however, was paralleled by those waiting inside. Due to the hospital's scale, it served a lot of people from different areas. This I discovered in the variations of dialect being bounced around the cold halls. Afterwards, I decided to head back and get ready to go outside. From my observations, it seems the city has a central road. This was evident as it became very busy very quickly. One thing I love about this nation though is the patterns. They're everywhere. Bold and beautiful colours dotted around like Easter eggs, ready to be discovered. Now, since my local darzi was quite busy for Independence Day, I thought to stop by the shops and buy some clothes. All of this had worked up thirst, so I headed to the bakers and sweets to quench it. It was good seeing mint Sprite as I drink this same one from my local corner shop back in England. Eventually, I headed back and decided to get some sleep for the next day. On this day, I awoke, ready to accompany an uncle in fixing another uncle's car. Surprisingly, this isn't my first time with my head in an engine bay in this country. The first being when the cam belt of a Toyota I was in came off. But that's a story for another time. From what I remember, to get home quickly, the owner taped some wires together and consequently they melted. But after a couple calls and some elbow grease, the issue was resolved. From here, me and the uncle decided to wash his car before prayers, so we quickly hurried off to get that done. Now this is my mother's cousin, but we will call him uncle for the sake of the video. The call to prayer went off and we wrapped up quickly. I did also find the flow of water changing with the hand quite cool. The good thing was that the mosque was quite close, in fact about 3 minutes away. After prayers, I headed to the store to get some food. I managed to stumble upon this Labubu wardrobe and a very nice selection of toys. I decided to pick this F-35 up and headed to the Lunda Bazaar, where I found a new wool coat and some Haruki Murakami Uniqlo tees. I ended the day with a walk through the hospital, as I needed to get up early the next day. For today, the uncle and I were headed to Galiyat, with the others going to some Kapra market. Seeing this side of the city was quite beautiful, but again a very strong contrast. Now, this view overlooking the area was stunning. To be honest, I could have sat here for hours. It was made even better with the body of water stretching back into the mountains as far as the eye could see. One of my favourite shots was this. It was a man walking suspended high on a bridge, with a tractor below in the distance. It was this simplicity that made me fall in love with this place. Now, as we progressed down, we decided to go to the theme park. It was well built with a variety of different rides, with all these cool angles that one could find. Now, the emptiness and the odd police officer made me question where everyone was. Unfortunately, a lot of the infrastructure had been destroyed due to dangerous weather conditions, which is why the police were quite firm on not doing anything silly near the water. On top of this, most people were eating in restaurants near the park. But regardless, it was a very interesting part of the trip, one that was quite nice and enjoyable, even if we just walked around. I managed to pick up this Kodak from this old man, though I think it's not real. It still went in my 5-strong film camera collection. After picking everyone else up, they wanted ice cream. Now, I believe this was around when school finishes, as school children began flooding the eye line on the roads. The ice cream was great, and I also decided to check out Subway. The staff here was super nice, and the food tasted amazing. Lastly, I made the decision to enjoy the time and days I had with people left here instead of documenting it. Being here was a different perspective, as I had never properly stayed in a place like Abbottabad in Pakistan before. Though the scenery and stories this place told were unforgettable and will always be a staple in my mind. Now, I hope you enjoyed, and I am glad you gave this video a chance and saw it to the end. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one.